Welcome back to a new video. So we are going to be playing the Padres and then the Astros. So hopefully we continue to kind of stay around 500. Obviously, we want to get back above it. We're 5 games back of the division and 4 of the last wild card spots. So pretty similar to both. And yeah, hopefully we're starting to figure some things out with our offense. So we'll see if we can. We did pick up Yankiel from the waiver wire, so hopefully he works out. He has some decent power. Another left-handed bat in the outfield, which didn't really need, but he seems good enough to be worth it. I don't think, does he throw with his right hand? He's lefty lefty, yeah. So many lefty lefties. All right, Jose got on with a hit and got a steal. A sacrifice fly moves him over to third, and Mayo not able to clutch up there. We got him to third. That's all we can do. Mitch, his last couple starts have been pretty bad. He was really good at the start for us. So hopefully he settles down. So 1-2-3 inning for us there. Solo home run's going to give them the 1-0 lead. And an error is going to get a base run, but he's able to limit the damage there. We did bring up Alfonso Rosario, who played just a little bit at AA and a very tiny amount at AAA, but has been doing well at the major league level. He's really good against lefties. He's a good, pretty decent outfielder. Can play first a little bit. Can play center, which is nice. So he gets a walk there. Rocchio hits a little bloop single, looks like. Very weird animation, but we'll take it. Jose Ramirez rolls into a double play, so we have a runner on third with 2 outs for Bo Naylor, and we're not able to take advantage of those base runners, unfortunately. So Mitch has given up 1 run, a double here with 1 out. Is able to work around that. Mayo hits a single. Capus rolls into a fielder's choice. Yankiel with a single here, so 2 guys on. Yankiel's really slow. I did not realize that. That's actually kind of hilarious how slow he is. Khalil watches the ball go 2-0. A single there is going to get us a run. He just got his first hit yesterday. I believe it was a 2 RBI. I don't know if it was a single or a double, but he got his first career hit in real life yesterday, so that's cool to see him getting a hit on here as well. See what Kemp is able to do. He strikes out Rosario. He gets walked again. And Rocchio gets hit by a pitch, so we'll take that. Ramirez gets walked, so we're getting all kinds of Mickey Mouse runs. So we get 3 runs there. So Mitch has some, immediately gives up a home run. And then a double, so it looks like they're going to have a pretty good chance of tying up the game, and they do just that. Actually hilarious how that worked. So 3-3 now. Yankiel with a single. Hit by pitch, so that's another batter that we've had hit. Can't do anything about that. He's at 61 pitches. We hit a batter and then gives up, so they're going to take the lead here most likely. A wild pitch is going to do that for them, and looks like Mitch is going to load the bases up here. Gives up another run. So he's given up 5, unfortunately. The 3 runs of run support he just wasn't very interested in. Immediately gave up the 2 runs and then gave up another 2 in the next inning. Is that 91 pitches? He just got hurt, oblique strain of all things. So we are in the 6th inning now. So these guys are all fatigued. Probably just bring in Trent Harris. Wild pitch. So they get another run. So our pitching is really letting us down. We're not getting a ton of offense, but a lot of wild pitches, a lot of just bad pitching overall. It's hard to come back from that. And we're just going 1-2-3 every inning. Just about. No, there's a random single. See if we can get a steal. He's refusing. Pops out. And Rosario pops out. So not looking good for us. We're just going to leave Trent in here for the 8th. And this will be our last chance to try to get anything going. We had a leadoff single. A wild pitch moves him the 2nd. Jose hits a single, so we have two guys on. The tying run is at the plate. Bo Naylor is 0 for 4 on the day, and he is going to roll into a double play, which does get us a run, but it's two outs on the board, and that is going to be it. So just not enough hitting, unfortunately. Um, we left 17 guys on, had a lot of seven strikeouts. Just not really that good offense, unfortunately. And then our pitcher got hurt, which is always annoying. Joey Cantillo somehow is 5-0 on the year. He's been in the bullpen a lot. It's probably because he's blown a lot. It's probably because he's pitched poorly, and then we end up getting a random win. You know, he gives up the lead or something, then we come back or something. So let's employ taking pitches because we can't hit. I don't know what happened there. I guess I hit enter. But if we don't hit, we might as well take pitches. So we get two walks with this strat, a pass ball. So we're basically just not swinging until we have two strikes. See how Cantillo's able to do. We'll pitch two batter today. Continue with our taking pitches. It's always a little bit slower to do this strat, but he gets caught. Try to get him to steal, but apparently he didn't want to go to second. He wanted to get in a rundown instead. We'll check his pitch count later. So he's at 42, so not too bad for not having a hit, to be honest. So Jose gets walked and gets the second. Let's see what Bo's able to do here. He strikes out. So still nothing for us. Goes up a single. Goes up a walk. Gets one out. He gets two. And he manages to get out of that inning. Blade with the 0-2 home run to give us a 1-0 lead, which means Cantillo is probably going to give up at least a run in the next inning. So we got him to 75 pitches. So he should be over 80 this inning, which is good. So see how many runs Joey gives up this inning. Oh, he didn't. That's just weird. When we don't swing, so we don't hit. We gotta walk. We immediately go for the steal. Rocchio with a single here. We'll certainly take that. We're gonna try to get him to steal second since it's first and third. Jose's gonna take it till he gets two strikes, and he hits a double. Strategy's working for this game. So we got their starting pitcher out. And we got another walk. We got a single there. So bases loaded with no outs. And we get another walk. We're walking machines. 3-0 count. 3-1, full count. And he rolls into a fielder's choice. Another flyout. And a ground out. So we do get a couple there. We get 3 runs. Joey's only at 58 pitches, so he's actually doing really well. We refuse to swing. He's at 36 pitches. He walks the leadoff guy. He's able to get a steal. See what Rocchio is able to do here. He's able to move him over the third. 1-1 count, 2-1 count, 3-1. He walks Jose. And he gets caught stealing, unfortunately. So we got him to throw a lot of pitches. Joey's at 70. So see if he's able to get through this inning. Loads the bases up, gets the first out, gives up a run. Oh no, he got a double play. I thought he gave up a run but got an out. So Josh Nilth is at 56 pitches, which means we don't swing. Why would we do that? That's crazy. So they bring in Kiefer Lord. That's an awesome name. I don't know if that's a real guy or not. I've never heard of that name, but it's certainly a cool one. And any, whether it's real or not, it's a cool name. A Manzardo with a full count, solo home run, 100 exit velocity, so it actually makes a little bit of sense. He's at 91 pitches, so we'll see if he can give us one more inning here. It's over 100 pitches, and he walked the guys after giving up a hit, so he'll have to come out. We're going to bring in, so we're in the 7th here. I think we're going to try to bring in Walters in. And it worked out. One-two count, and he strikes out. A ground out. And strikeout. So Walters did a good job of that inning. We're going to bring in Cade for the 8th here. We're trying to pitch around with our higher leverage guys. I feel like that's probably better. Maybe not. Jose works it to a full count, but gets out. Bo's able to work the walk. They bring in Brian Hoeing. Which is kind of a hilarious last name. I'm sure he was never made fun of or bullied or joked with about that last name. An error. So we score on the throwing error. So Blades gets all the way to second. So we have runners on second and third for Manzardo, who hit a home run earlier. He's going to ground out, which is going to get us run number 7. On hill with an infield single. So we put a couple more across there so we can really bring anyone in. So we are going to bring in Tim. And we'll just go quick at bat since it really doesn't matter when we're up 7. Our pitchers did really well today. So Cantillo gets win number 6. And Walters came in for 2/3 of the inning and did well. He did walk 5 guys, so he still made it through 6 1/3 despite 5 walks, which is pretty strange. Kate Smith came in, did well. Tim Herron did well. So really solid win there. So we have a chance to come back and win the series here and get back to 500. So let's hope that we can do that. It's gonna. I think we're done with that. I think we already finished that. Yeah, because we already did the draft. All right. So Ralphie, I actually think our catching situation is pretty good. So Ralphie is essentially our catcher, our backup catcher, and he hits a lot better than anyone else that we could bring up to be an actual catcher. So Johnny Brito or Yanni Brito is going to get the same treatment. Infield hit. Let's see if he's able to steal. It's caught stealing. I don't mind being aggressive in that regard. He should be able to get steals, and that he just should be able to do that. All right, Hurston on the bump today. We'll do the same thing. Pitch to batter. We'll have a 2-out single and then a double. He's able to keep them from scoring. 0-2 counts, and then he strikes out. See how Yankel's able to do today. 2-1, 3-1, and then gets a walk there. 1-1 count, 2-1, 2-2, and he rolls into a double play, unfortunately. So we'll still pitch to batter, see if that works, and it does. Ralphie getting the start today at catcher. He's going to ground out here. Angel has been one of our hottest hitters lately. So see if Hurston can continue to deal because of another 2-out hit. But that is it for them. So he's at 47 pitches, which through 3, which is really not too bad for him. He's been throwing a lot of strikes, which is not good for when you're taking pitches. And he has only 1 walk. And he's had a lot of quick innings as well. So he's been doing everything correctly to make our strategy not work. Hurston has been throwing a little bit more efficiently. So a good pitcher's duel today. But we shan't deviate from the strat, so we get a walk there to start out the inning. Yanko is a really high, or no, that was his power. I thought his bunting was really high randomly. He strikes out on a full count. So we got him to 75 pitches. It's his second walk on the inning, 3 on the day. Pops out, so we have 2 outs here. So he's running out of stamina, which is good to see. See if Hurston can continue to deal. He's been pitching really well today. He's given up 3 hits, but he's throwing really efficiently. So they bring in Jason DeCaro. DeCaro, a 7.5, 7.15 ERA. It's the first 2 outs, easy enough. So Hurston, no walks today, 3 strikeouts. He's actually like at a crazy low pitch count. We only have a 1 hit on the day. I think that's what happens with the strategy sometimes is like if they have bad control or something, then it just gets you so many base runners. But if they're throwing a lot of strikes, none of your guys get hits. But like, it's not like my guys are really hitting a ton anyway. All right, Hurston's made it through 7. We would love to score a run for him. All right, so we get Manzaro on here in the 8th. So let's look to see if we can bring in a pinch runner. We can be pretty aggressive. So Alfonso's not super fast. Kemp is fast. Jose is pretty fast. So we are going to bring in Kemp to pinch run. And we're going to immediately try to steal. Gets caught stealing. That's rather annoying. And then Ralphie strikes out. Trying to get something going on the base paths, but it's not working out for us. So he gets hit on a full count. We're going to try to steal. He does get the second. 1-1 count. And we're not trying to steal third. 2-1. 3-1. Full count. And a ground ball out. So he's only at 77 pitches. I'm nervous that he's just going to give up a random home run. There's the 2 doubles in a row. It's unfortunate. Oh, we won't deviate from the strat. We'll just continue it for now. So he gets out. He gets out. And unfortunately, we don't get any runs. We have a 1 hit this game. And unfortunately for Hurston, he gets tagged with a loss despite pitching 8 innings, and he made it 7 scoreless, and he was incredibly efficient. But unfortunately for him, he got no runs of run support. He got 1 hit the whole time. So don't like to see that. But Jose Suarez has also just been kind of stinky on the mound. So we're going to put Cal Stevens in there. I think his stamina, yeah. I'd rather have the younger pitcher. If we're going to lose, we might as well lose with the younger guy. We shot deviate from the strat. All right, we get him the second with the walk and the steal. Bo Naylor strikes out, clutched up there. All right, we get 2 walks here. JJ Bleday is going to be taking pitches. Sacrifice fly moves him over to third base, but now there's 2 outs. So 3 walks for Mike Burrows in this first inning. And we get a run there. So, like, this is where the strategy becomes actually unhinged when they just don't throw strikes. It's where the game can get absolutely absurd for your team. You can just get a ton of runs. Like, he's walked 4 guys, full count here. And so, like, that gives us 3 runs there. And, you know, we get a couple of hits, but really, well, actually, 1 hit, couple is generous. So we get 1 hit. So see if Cal gives up all 3 immediately. Gives up 1. He's trying to blow the lead. So he's already at 52 pitches. So what this does as well in a series, if you can get like the first game like this, is it puts them in a bad spot as far as their bullpen usage. So like he has 6 walks in 2 innings. So clearly he's not someone that likes to throw strikes. So it's like even though in that inning we didn't do anything, he still walked 2 more guys and is putting us in a good spot to get into their bullpen. And we had a solo home run, so it gives us a 4-1 lead. And we don't swing until we get 2 strikes. I think it does lead to more strikeouts, but when he walks guys, and like there we got 2 strikes, but sometimes you still get a walk. So see how Yankiel does. 2-1. We're not stealing with 2 outs. 3-1. So walk number 8, which is actually comical. So we get a run there, and we got him up to 8 walks, which is just kind of absurd. All right, we got 2 outs here with a runner on third. A wild pitch. That's brutal. So it's 4-2, though. We still have a lead. Mike Burrows, for some reason, is still in the game. If he gets one more, gives up one more base runner, I imagine they take him out. Leave him in. He's at 106 pitches with 9 walks. And their bullpen, I mean, is like relatively fatigued. Nobody's at 100%. So this could be a big advantage for us, too, if we're... I mean, he should be coming out of the game. 10 They're leaving him in 111 pitches with 10 walks. I've never seen anyone with 10 walks before. I don't even think I've seen that with my like pitcher abuse where I just leave him in for 200 pitches. He has 11 walks. There's definitely something wrong with the AI if they're doing this. Which the best thing we can do is just not swing. They're leaving him in. Because this, I mean, when it happens to us, we give up a lot of runs. So surely we should get a lot of runs, right? We got 1, but he has 12 walks. And he immediately throws 2 strikes. But we get an infield hit there, so that's going to get us the 6th run and keep the bases loaded. So they do have to go to the bullpen now with his absurd amount of walks. We again don't swing until we have 2 strikes. We could start, but their bullpen's in such a bad spot that I don't think there's any reason to start swinging. Cal's doing pretty decent. See if we can get some base runners. Jose with the single. Gets caught stealing. Bo Naylor strikes out. It's got to be a super annoying team, but like in real life, if if you knew the team was doing this strategy, you would just throw it down the middle. So it's 6-3 now. 6-4 now. 6-5 now. So we're gonna need some more base runners, please. Get to a full count, but we're not able to get on base. He's already cooked as far as his stamina goes. Cal, wow, I was not paying attention to his pitch count. So he is also cooked as far as his pitch count. So we can go with a couple different guys. I think the 6 inning type guy should be Paul, and then Walters, Cade, and Garrett is kind of the progression that we want to go. We're gonna pitch around with our bullpen arms. So I feel like when you pitch two batters, you do that with pitchers that you want to save pitch counts with, and with bullpen guys, you pitch around more frequently because you don't care about their pitch count, because you're not trying to get them to throw, 5 or 6 innings. So Gregory Soto is on the bump now. We don't swing. See if we're able to get a steal. All right, 2-0 count with a runner on second. Didn't matter because he's walked two guys this inning. 2-1, 2-2. Sacrifice fly moves him over to third. Yankeel's not going anywhere at first base. 1-1, 2-1. They brought in Dylan Lee. I didn't even realize that. So they're in kind of a rough spot. We're gonna see if Seawall can just get through this inning as well. Gives up a 2-out walk. He's able to pitch 2 innings for us. Kobe, don't swing. Don't do it. All right, go ahead. He strikes out. Blades 0 for 3 on the day. I think we pinch hit for him. We bring in our lefty killer Rosario so we can take some pitches. Hits a solo home run, so a pinch hit home run on a 2-2 count. We'd love to see that. 92 exit velocity. I don't know how it got out, but we won't question it. They brought in their closer. Don't worry, we're not going to swing till we strike out. So a 2-out double and a full count. That's really kind of the best result. So like this kind of game here is going to really tax their bullpen. And we've done a good job managing our bullpen today. We're going to bring in Cade. Solid quick inning for him. And we're going to see if we can get Abreu to be fatigued. We would love to get at least a base runner. We might just go 1-2-3 though. Yeah, he strikes out the side. Unfortunate, but we did get him to have to throw 2 innings, which is quite nice. We're going to bring in Whitlock here. Simple 1-out single, gets the second out, and gets the third out. So we do take the win here. And most importantly, we absolutely devastated their bullpen. So their starting pitcher walked 12 people, which is hilarious. But he also threw 135 pitches. So they really did not want to take him out there in the third inning. They wanted him to get through 4 for sure. Cal Steven got through 5, gave up 4 earned runs. So he unfortunately did not pitch as well as we would have hoped, but he does end up getting the win. Seawald pitched 2 scoreless innings, walked 2 people, but didn't give up any runs. Cade Smith threw a scoreless inning, and Whitlock gets his 16th save of the year. So a lot of pitches for them, a lot of walks. How many walks did we end up having? 14 walks to their 4. So, and 12 of those are from their starting pitcher. And Rosario gets a home run as well. So that is a really good. Well, that's good. We're going to have Gavin Williams back in 2 to 3 weeks. So we should have him back for the playoffs. We are in August. So we are getting towards the end of the season. We got another month. So let's see if how the Red Sox. Let's see how the Astros are doing as far as their bullpen. So everyone is fatigued, so they're gonna have to go to Ryan Burr, Andrew Nardi, and Josh Hader. So I guess where's he at? Oh, I guess Abreu wasn't their closer. I guess it was Josh Hader, which makes sense. He's rated a little bit better. But yeah, we got some guys that are doing some good stuff, so we'd love to see that. They have a righty on the bump today, so we could. I mean, Kemp is batting so well; it's hard to take him out of the lineup. But we'll stick with that. Nothing is glaringly obvious that we need to change. So remember, we don't swing. We get a leadoff walk, and we get a steal. It's risky stealing with Jose. I feel like he gets caught a decent amount, but at the same time, he has enough stealing ability to be able to get to second. We would love to get another base runner. We unfortunately don't do that. He did strike out the side, but he did walk a guy, so that part is good. So Parker, we're going to again pitch to batter. Hopefully that goes well for us again. Gives up two base runners, but he's able to work out of it. Manzardo, we don't swing. Get to a full count, then hack away. We're plate disciplined monsters. There's another walk for us. We're going to see if Khalil, he does get all the way to third. So a throwing error to second base is going to give us a runner on third with one out. Ralphie, don't swing, don't do it. 2-2, go for it. And he strikes out, unfortunately. He's striking out a lot of guys, which I think is the potential issue with this strat. See if he's able to get out of this jam. Oh, he doesn't. Trent Grisham, of all people, hits a double, so they're up 2. We have to have belief in the strat. He's at 50 pitches. He has 6 strikeouts, though, so we are not getting on base as much as we would like. Jose with the solo home run. He's really taken a good 115 exit velocity, so that actually makes logical sense as well. He's batting over 300, and he's doing really well in the leadoff spot, so I really like him there. Bo's kind of been inconsistent there, so there might be some change that we could potentially put someone like Angel Martinez up there, but I'm not too worried about it right now. He gets a walk there, which is good. So he's at 67 pitches. He's going to get above 70 this inning. So if we can get him above 80, that would be really good, because then we should be able to get him over 100 in the next inning. A walk is going to help us with that. So we got him pretty close. So he might be exactly at 80. We'll see if Parker's able to lock in. He has 1 out. Fielder's choice for 2 outs, and he's able to keep it 2-1 there. So he does have 7 strikeouts. He's at 80 pitches, so he's running out of stamina, actually. We get a walk there. See if we get Khalil the second. We do. It's a 1-1 count, 2-1 count, 2-2. And Ralphie with a massive home run, 434 feet into the deepest part of the ballpark. An absolute nuke. Only went 104 somehow, but we're not going to question it. So we take the 3-2 lead. And now he's cooked as far as stamina goes. So we continue to drive the knife in and not swing until we have 2 strikes. And I feel like they just really want guys to get through 4 innings. But if we can get them out in the 4th inning, like, that's really good. So look at that. We're into their bullpen, so let's see how their bullpen's doing. So they have 1 guy. So they're in the 4th inning here, and everyone is fatigued right now. So they have some guys they can go to. Like, they can go to Dylan Lee, they can go to Emilio Pagan, but they really aren't going to go to Soto or Abreu. And they obviously have Hader there for the close. So we're just going to play it safe and take pitches. And a single there. So this could be really good for us. Have a nice long inning. Get a couple of runs, maybe? No. We do get 2, so we do take the lead there off the Ralphie Velasquez home run. He's up to 4 on the year. See if Parker's able to maintain the lead. And a 3-run home run's not going to do that for us, unfortunately. Gives up the 6th run. So Burr is still in. Only threw a third of an inning and had to throw over 10 pitches, so pretty decent at bats. At bats, because I think he walked. Yeah, he just walked a guy. Or that's his first walk. I'm confusing myself. Manzardo strikes out. I don't think Blade has any steals this year. Yeah. They don't have a high steal rating. We never send them. So he's running out of stamina, so he's not a long reliever. They bring in Dylan Lee, so he's one of the guys that does not have a lot of stamina right now. So Parker kind of did what we get their pitchers to do and did not pitch very long. This is a good Jose Suarez time. So we're going to pitch 2-batter with him so then he can hopefully get through a couple of innings. We should be able to get him out of the game pretty quick. We're going to try to steal. He's got stealing. I think with this strat, I shouldn't steal bases. So we're really just trying to get base runners on. 7-3, unfortunate. 8-3, 9-3. Well, Suarez is just staying in for the rest of this game. There is the potential that we can get into their, really destroy their bullpen here and have a big inning, but I think it's too far out of reach. We're going to need them to struggle. All right, there's 9-4. 2-2. He gets hit by a pitch. The 10th time he's been hit. That feels like a lot. He strikes out. See if Angel's able to do anything. So they did bring in Andrew Nardi. He hits a single, so that's bases loaded here for Kemp. 3-1. There we go. 5-9. 1-1 count. 2-1. 3-1. And we get another walk. So 2 straight runs from walks. 0-2. So we get 3 there. So we are making it competitive again. So we're going to keep Jose Suarez in there. And he does throw a scoreless inning. So Nardi's already had 18 pitches. I imagine they'll bring in Hader. We need some base runners really bad, just in general. Blade gets a walk. That's big. So even if we don't end up coming all the way back in this game, it does set us, like Nader's already in. He has to get 2 outs in this inning, so he has to get 5 outs. It's 10-6 on the year. It's kind of crazy how many wins he has as a reliever. Full count. And he strikes out. And this will set us up well for tomorrow as well. So he strikes out. So we have one more chance to come back. We're going to see if Suarez can just get through this inning for us. He's in the red. Get us one more out. And so we're down 3. Hader's at 12 pitches, which is not a ton. We'll need some base runners to really kind of knock him out for the next game. 2 straight strikeouts. See if Jose is able to do anything here. All right, that's a big walk. So he's at 25 pitches. 3-1, full count. And we do lose this one, but what will be interesting here is to look at their bullpen for the next game. So it's a 1-1 series here. We are 61-63, so we are treading water. Let's look at their bullpen. So we have actually destroyed their bullpen. Yeah, so they have one guy. Did they just bring him up from AAA? I wish we could see his transaction history there. I feel like they brought him up because I don't remember seeing him on the roster. Oh no, he's the starting pitcher. Never mind. So literally their whole bullpen is fatigued. So this is where the strategy might have its best benefit is in the last game of the series here. So they have a righty on the bump today. I guess his on base percentage is 356, so that is pretty good. I'm going to move Kafis down to where we made Zardo to there. All right, let's see what happens here. So Mitch is getting the start today. So we win the first game of the series. We lost the second game. They have an opener today, so they're bringing Ryan Burr in, who was brought in to relieve yesterday. So see if we can get him to throw some pitches. There's a single for Bo. We'd love to see that. And I don't think he has a ton of energy anyway. What's his... Yeah, so he's already exhausted. He threw already 16 pitches today and 32 yesterday. Says he's in the green, but... So he might only throw this one inning here. They already... Yeah, so he was the opener, and so they're going into Hayden, so their opener wasn't able to get through that first inning. Oh, Yankiel, we needed that. Would have been a big hit to start out the game. All right, what's the immediately solo home run? This is also where the strategy doesn't work as well as when your pitching sucks, which ours does. So 3 runs immediately for him. But we got to keep rocking with the strat. We got to get into their bullpen. It's big. We're not going to try to steal. Try to get base runners. Lies out. All right, 2 walks. Full count, and he strikes out. Lead off double, then a single, so they're going to get another run via a wild pitch. 5-0, 6-0. So Mitch is just making our strategy look really dumb because now it doesn't. Now we're just not scoring anything. Just got to focus on getting base runners on. There we go, a single. Mitch is, and it doesn't really matter who they have on the mound now with a 7-run lead. We do get a base runner. We're getting full counts, but we just keep striking out. Really stinks how bad Mitch has been pitching today. 9 runs. 10. And we have only 4 hits on the day. We break the shutouts. We'll at least knock him out of the game after this inning, probably. And 2 home runs. Does that bring him out? Nope. We're going to leave him in. Back-to-back home runs? They're still leaving him in? That's just mean. Still leaving him in. It's going to be that weird thing where he throws 130 pitches. So 10-4 now. Alright, now they bring in a new pitcher. So we are into their bullpen. Now, do we come back? Probably not, but can at least be as annoying as possible because your bullpen is devastated. Bases loaded here. This would be a massive time to get some runs. Full count. Oh, is that a triple? So it is 10-7 now. So we were down 10-0. They are into the bullpen. Let's see how his stamina is. He's exhausted. He threw 15 today and 42 the other day. And he's only a 2-star pitcher. So we're going to continue to leverage that fact to when we get to a full count. And he flies out. So Mitch, horrible, horrible. 11 hits, 10 earned runs, 2 walks, which, is the least of our worries. We're going to bring in Joe. We're going to need him to get us a couple of innings. So he's got to be, he's already in the orange. He's in the red. Yeah, they brought in a new pitcher for the 6. So he's got to be exhausted as well. Yeah, he's at 30. So this is like potentially where we could do some work. All right, 2 walks here. See what Kafis is able to do. He flies out. We need a big hit or at least a walk. Full count. And he strikes out. So we're getting the base runners that we need on. We got to hold them at 10, though. See if he can get out of this. He does. All right, so we're still down 3. They brought in yet another pitcher. Which, is he fatigued as well? Yes, he's exhausted as well. Gets a strikeout, though. See, the thought is if they're exhausted, they'll walk more people. Which for Soto, he hasn't yet. Man, we go 1, 2, 3. All right, Joe, see if he can get us one more out. 11-7. Brother. A wild. Alright, he has to come out. He sucks. I don't know what he's doing. So we're down 4. 2 more innings. Emilio Pagan. Also extremely tired. So, we got 7 runs. So I think this is a valid thing to do. We just can't give up 11 runs as a pitching staff and expect to be able to win any game. So we get a walk there with 1 out. Another strikeout. Yankiel with a single there. Runners on the corners. They bring in Andrew Nardi. We'll see what his energy's at. 5%. Surely he's got to be cooked. We get an error. We'd love to see that. So an error by the first baseman is going to get us run number 8. And we just can't take advantage of that. So Walters only threw 2 pitches in the last inning. So we're going to have him pitch the 8th here. So this is our last chance to score. They brought in Dylan Lee, who has 8% energy. Surely we'll be able to get some walks here. Oh, we get a strikeout. All right, we get a single here. That's what we needed, a base runner. 2 singles in a row. Can we load the bases up? Nope, we strike out. They bring in Hader here, who is probably, for just 1 out, 47% energy. 2-1, 3-1, full counts. So, positive of this game, we did score 8 runs. We struck out 17 times, which is a lot. We only got 7 walks, but we got through. I think it shows that this is a valid strategy. We just can't give up 11 runs. Mitch can't be the worst pitcher of all time. He might be losing his rotation spot, to be honest, because that's, yeah, 6.85 ERA. Honestly, we need him to not suck, so we're gonna put him there. Put Dominguez down in AAA. I guess he wasn't really getting at bats. Bring him up. And we just throw Whitman. So we'll continue with this strategy to see what happens with it in more series, because I feel like it's getting us runs. We just need to not give up 9 to 11 runs. I feel like that's pretty valid to hope from your pitching staff. Like less than 5. So Alex Monet, or however you say his name, was on the trading block for a while, but ended up not being traded. So not a good inning for us there. Not a good inning for Joey this inning. He was up at 2 runs. It was like we need to have better pitching, because this strategy, I think, actually works. We're gonna steal with him. It gets caught. I don't know why we were suddenly getting caught. I mean, how many stolen bases? He has 40, and his stolen base rate. Like, let's see if he's all right. He's able to get there. All right, we got 2 guys on for Hill. We got him up to 40 pitches. Bases loaded here. That's his 4th walk. 2-2.
Strike 3.
And we strike out. So not able to take advantage of it, but we did get him to throw a lot of pitches. We got 2 outs there. He's able to keep the deficit at 2. So I feel like if we are down like 3 or less runs, that this strategy can actually work. We're not going to try to steal with Jose. We move him over the second. See what Kobe's able to do. 2-2. And a single there. He's not able to score. He had to hold up there, but we have runners on the corner for JJ Blade. 2-1. 3-1. And a walk there. So that's his 6th walk on the day. Bases are loaded for Kafis. We got thrown out trying to steal in his last at bat. So he gets hit. Examine his head. Oh my god. What? Blurred vision? I feel like that's called a concussion. That is actually wild. So they have a righty on the bump today. So we can bring in Ralphie, who also plays first base. And if something happened to Bo Naylor where he needed to come out, he could also rotate over to catcher if we needed it. So we're not putting him into DH and losing that spot in our order. So he's at 6 walks. He's at 78 pitches right now. Full count. And he pops out. It's not what we needed. 2-1. 2-2. And he gets a walk. So we're tied up here. They already had to go into the bullpen. That's what we want to see. So let's actually look at their bullpen to see how. So they're decent energy right here. So we'll see Drew, Enoli, Paredes, and Sam Bachman most likely. I guess we could see Mitch Ferris. And really all of them are on the table. Besides Chase is the only one that we probably won't see. Not really a reason to see him. So if we do see him this game, it probably means we're up a lot. So that's really good. So this is where the strategy becomes really busted if you just get occasional hits. So you end up getting a decent amount of base runners, and then if you just get that hit like Angel just did, it just makes everything go so bad for him. So right here, 2 walks. Bases are back to being loaded. 2-1, 2-2. And so this is fantastic. So we have 8 runs. So a smooth 8-run inning for us. They brought in Sam Bachman already. He walks a guy. So we get an 8 spot. So Joey Cantillo has all of the time in the world, or all of the leash in the world, to get a lot of innings in. We refuse to swing, and we get more walks. So Sam's already up to 2 walks and 2/3 of an inning. 3 strikeouts, though. So, I mean, 8 runs, I feel like that's pretty good. I feel like that's pretty good. 9 runs, even. So, Manzardo gets an RBI single. Jose gets an RBI single. We're just this one's bad for him because what happens as well here is if we keep scoring, then they obviously have to keep changing pitchers, and so that's going to kind of expedite the fatigue that they're going through. So they have Drew Smith in. So who do they even have left? So Paredes will probably be the next one that come in, and then Jacob Webb as well. So we're doing pretty good work. They hit a batter, not what they wanted to do. Three one, full counts. And he strikes out. Full counts, and he strikes out.
Strike 3.
Unfortunate. Joey's at 78 pitches, and we have an 8-run lead, so he surely will be able to get the 6. See if Angel's able to get on. He is. Manzardo. Oh, they brought in Paredes already. I do feel like that's the double-edged sword of this strat is because you get to 2 strike counts, you end up striking out more. But as you can see, I mean, if you can get 10 runs and like random walks like that, when we had a 1-2 count where we had to hit swing away, then stuff can go bad for him. So we get an 11th run because they walk with the bases loaded. And he hits a batter, so now it's 12-2. And he is out of stamina as well. He's already at 34 pitches.
Strike 3.
So we get 2 more runs there. Joey's at 91, so we're going to, I mean, a 10-run lead. He can definitely throw the 7th here. So you brought in Mitch Ferris. I also didn't really think about this, but what it also does is just kind of takes away all of the leverage they have. Like, they're not going to bring in a lefty matchup. They just have to bring in anyone that has energy. So Martinez gets on base again. And so if they have a lefty on lefty matchup, that just is his happenstance. Jose with another RBI hit, this time a double. So it's going to get us run number 13. So we had a walk there. Full counts.
Strike 3.
And a strikeout, unfortunately. Joey's at 107 pitches. He's going to get he's going to be 7-0, which is bizarre. We just need him to pitch every day. Really could go with a couple different guys. So what I would like to do is just use Jose again. Even though he's fatigued, I don't really, with an 11-run lead, I don't really care. Oh, we didn't take pitches there. We are trolling now. So Jose should be able to finish out this game. And we absolutely destroyed them. We had 19 walks as a team. 19. 12 strikeouts, so 3 more than what they had, but 16 more walks, and we still left 27 guys on base. They threw so many more pitches than we did. They had to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pitchers, and the lowest pitch count they had was 12 from Jacob Webb, their reliever, who only has 25 stamina. So I feel like continuing this strat might be the play because goodness gracious, are they going to just get absolutely thumped if we get into their bullpen again? So we're 2 games under 500. We're 6 games back. This might be the strat that we have to employ. It's actually a 4-game series against the Angels, which is weird against a non-division team. So Ralphie's going to get the start today at catcher. They have a righty on the bump today. We're going to throw Yankiel at first base today, or potentially outfield. Who else do we have? So I think Kemp can play first a little bit. Who's DH? Oh, Manzaro can play first. So if Yankiel DH there. It's crazy how he just does not learn catcher. I want to go in and like edit. I feel like he was drafted as a catcher. He only played 1 game in the minors as a catcher, but I feel like he should still be able to learn it. But hopefully Hurston is able to pitch well today. It's like that last game. We gave up 2 runs and we scored 13, which I'm not a mathematician, but that's a pretty good way to win games. And Jose immediately gets a walk, so great start to this game. 2 straight walks. That's what we love to see. We get guys on base, and then we strike out. But if we can get him to 30 pitches, then that's when things like 20 is kind of the minimum. 3 walks in this first inning. But if you get to 30, obviously that just blows up their pitch count to such an extreme amount. And we get an RBI hit. So we still have the bases loaded with 1 out for Khalil. He's at 27 pitches, so he's going to get over 30. Walks a guy in, so this is disastrous for him. Let's look at their bullpen. We have we have destroyed their bullpen basically. So they have 2 guys really that they're fully healthy to bring in, Jacob and Ben. And George here, I believe looks like he's been a starting pitcher for them. 4-9 on the year. He's made it through a third of an inning. Fly out there. But we're going to get him above 40 pitches. Ooh, that's not good. Onhill's had a couple of... We had to look at how many grand slams does he have this year? He's had 1, 2, 3, 4... Or, well, I guess 1 was the minor leagues. So that's actually just bonkers. So we'll take that. So we have a 6-run lead. So this is really bad for him. Really good for Hurston, though. Really good for the good guys. He immediately gets up a grand slam. It's actually wild. So he's above 50 pitches already. This seems to be a much better inning for him. We were still able to work some full counts. Hurston gave up a grand slam the last inning. Hopefully he's able to lock down. So they brought in one of their healthy relievers already. And he immediately gives up a hit. Ooh, an error. All right, we'll take that. Full count for Manzardo. He pops out. So a single for Khalil. Infield single. We're not going to try to steal. We're just going to take pitches. He strikes out, unfortunately. Onhill with 4 RBIs with a grand slam that he hit earlier. And he is going to ground out this time. I wonder how frequent it is for both teams to hit grand slams. Like statistically, I feel like that's a pretty uncommon to have happen. Hurston. Like, we got him 6 runs of run support. And he gave up 7. That's actually just diabolical. Diabolical run support. All right, we get him on base. Surely with your bullpen devastated, we can get some runs. We get 2 straight walks. They're already back to Hyosker Yona, however you say his name. I think he pitched in the last game. Did he pitch yesterday? Or am I just confusing him with someone else? Yeah, he threw 21 pitches yesterday. Surely with this much left in their bullpen, we can devastate them even more and score more runs by taking pitches. A wild pitch. There we go. And he hits the batter. Bases loaded with no outs. We don't swing. 3-0, 3-1, full counts, and he strikes. That's what you needed right there. The one time you take the bat off your shoulders, you strike out. There we go. We're tied back up. 1-1, 1-2, and a fielder's choice. Unfortunate. I can't believe that it's 7-7, and our starting pitcher has not been doing that bad. All right, we get another walk. Our starting pitcher has been doing as bad as their 3 different pitchers. He's at 86 pitches. He's in line for the win if he can get through this inning. All right, he does. Mitch Ferris. They got to have, like, nobody else. So they have 2 guys that are, and like, they're really low energy. So they'll have to go with Jacob Webb, and they're only in the 5th. Angel gets an infield hit. 3-0, 3-1, and another walk. Yeah, this is not good for him. He needed some quick outs. 3-0, 3-1, full counts, and a flyout. So I mean, like, even if that, like, 0-2, quick bats like that are not good, but if you get a full count like that, then that is pretty useful. We're going to give him till he gives up a base runner, so we're going to take him out of the game. Thankfully, our bullpen is not theirs. We have everyone that's feeling good and is healthy. Had a couple of big sneezes there. So, a couple different guys that we can bring in. Walters is pretty healthy right now. Seawald as well. I don't really know who I want to bring in here in the 6th. I think we go with Walters. And we catch him stealing and get the 3rd out. So, really quick inning for him. So, Mitch is starting to get fatigued. 3-1, full count, and a single. That's honestly the best possible result that you can have, is to make him throw into a full count. So, they have Ben Joyce is the last healthy pitcher that they have. And Jacob's already walking, guys. His 2nd walk of the inning. The bases are loaded here with 2 outs. A wild pitch there. And I forgot about that as well. If you see more pitches in general, like, there could be weird stuff like wild pitches. So they've already brought in Ben Joyce. That's not good. That's they're potentially going to be in a bad spot, because it's not like Ben Joyce can throw the rest of the game. All right, so we do get another run that inning, but more importantly, they just brought in their closer in the 6th inning. So he's not going to have a ton of stamina, so this is 100% continuing the strat. They still have another game to play against us as well. They brought in Drew Smith. Oh my gosh, they have no energy. They have nobody. He threw 35 pitches yesterday. This could get ugly for him. Dealer's choice there. Three one, full counts. Alright, so Walters is pretty good stamina-wise. See if he can get one more out. And he does. So still 9-7. Drew is in the red. And they brought in Paredes again. So that's a walk. Yeah, we don't steal anymore. We just take pitches. And a double play. I mean, it's crazy. 2 2/3. So they literally have one pitcher left in their bullpen. Obviously, they can bring in starting pitchers. But really good outing for Andrew Walters. Now we're walking people. It's not what we need to be doing. Wow, Whitlock, really? That's actually diabolical. We do all of, like, that's literally our pitchers giving up 9 runs. So now we're tied. Now, if we do have to go to the extras, which is annoying, they actually have no pitchers that are left. They brought in Sam Bachman, who is 0%. He threw 47 pitches yesterday. So that's literally their last pitcher that they have in their bullpen. So they just have starting pitchers that are left. So we 100% continue to take pitches. Of course, he gets strikes and rolls a double play. Because why wouldn't he be pitching efficiently? There we go. He's already gassed. Should be, yeah. He might just walk in. His 3 walks. Does he just walk in the last run? A walk-off walk? Alright, a walk-off single. It took 10 runs to do it, but we have devastated their bullpen. 17 walks. 38 guys left on base. That's a dude, 0 for 5 for Ralphie. 10 guys individually left on base is actually hilarious. That's actually a comically high number. So they get a day off to rest and recover, and they're, oh my goodness, they have nobody. Their whole bullpen is in the red. They have Ben Joyce, who is 36% energy, and they have one starting pitcher besides Jose Soriano. Is actually, didn't realize he's that good of a pitcher. But yeah, they need a complete game from him. We need Cal Steven not to give up 11 runs or 10 runs like he did last time. So we get some guys on base. That's what we need right there, Jose. We're not stealing. Too risky. We just need to see pitches. 2 strikeouts for us. A walk and 2 strikeouts. He's glitched out throwing the first 18 times. We don't steal anymore. So he starts the game out by striking out the side. They take the 1-0 lead. And the 3. Cal's really starting to make, like, their bullpen, they have actually nobody that's healthy. So we're probably going to be able to get some runs. But it's actually annoying that he's going to just immediately give up 3. And he's pitching. I mean, he's a good pitcher, so he might be their saving grace. I imagine they're going to push his pitch count really high because he has 7 strikeouts already. It's actually hilarious. We'll get him over 50, but that's not what we need. We have no hits. We're going to need a couple of hits to get his pitch count really high. These O2 counts are killing us. He has 9 strikeouts. He's going to no-hit us. But we shan't deviate from the strat. So we do get a walk here. So he has 2 walks on the day. 3 walks on the day. There we go. We're starting to get some action. It's 10 strikeouts, though. That's devastating. He's at 61 pitches. It's his first walk on the day. So keeps it at 3-0. All right, leadoff walk. That's what we like to see. 2-1, 2-2, and a dot. Damn, that's. Oh, he's at 86 pitches, but they're gonna have him throw 130. I have a feeling. All right, we get a walk. So we still don't have a hit. We just have walks. All right. So we get him through 6 innings. 3 runs through 6. I will certainly take that. Much better than last time. 2-1. 2-2. He flies out. So he's going to make it through this 6, most likely, unless he really collapses. There we go. So he's at 104 pitches. So surely they got to take him out at some point. Man, we just can't get anything going against him. He's at 110 pitches. He's throwing a no hitter so far. He obviously won't be able to get to the end of the game, but like they're devastated. They're gonna leave him in forever. I think this is a good Trent day to come in. We would love for him to get. He walks two guys, gets a double play, which is big. So still 3-0. 116. And then we get our first hit. So that should knock him out of the game. 116 or 117 pitches. No, they're just going to leave him in. It's actually insane. We don't swing, though. There we go. Take him out. 124? Are they just going to leave him in? He's at 130 pitches. It's just irresponsible at this point. And then, of course, he gets his 13th strikeout. There we go. They finally bring in someone else. This is our best opportunity to score yet today. There we go. We get a bases loaded walk. 100% lead the league in that. And we get a second run. We'll see if Kafis is able to clutch up here to tie up the game. Massive. So we do take the 4-3 lead. Gets over the right fielder's head for a base clearing double. So he's 14 today, 31 yesterday, 33 2 days ago. And we have a 4-game series against them. Oh, I did. Oh, okay, that worked out. I meant to take a pitch, but RNG was on our side there. So we get a fifth run. So we get a nice fifth spot there. Trent pitched a scoreless inning, which we love to see. We are going to save Cade for the last inning. So they have lefty, righty, lefty up. So I think it's actually a good Tim Herron situation. We're going to have him pitch around, see if how that works for him. 1, 2, 3 for him. And Drew Smith is in. How many pitches did he throw yesterday? 18 and 35 the day before. Three, 1. There we go. So we're in the 8th now, so we're actually going to look to pinch run for him. So Rosario, Kemp. I think Kemp is the fastest off the bench, so we're going to have him go there, stay in right field. And we're not going to give them any outs. We're going to make it as hard and as difficult for them to get anyone out as possible. There we go. So the speed there came to our advantage by getting the runner to third. Manzardo. He's fatigued as well, so he's 71% energy. So I don't even know why he's in the game still. Let's go ahead and throw Mayo in there for Watson. He'll stay at shortstop. Really wish we just would have given him the day off anyway. Manzardo's at first. We could go with someone like Rosario. He has a little bit of speed, but not quite enough to justify it. So we're going to leave Manzardo in there and take pitches. 2-1, 2-2. He strikes out for the first out of the inning. Yeah, I don't think Manzardo's going anywhere. I don't even know if he's ever had a stolen base in his life, so he walks the bases loaded. Hayusker Yona threw 31 pitches yesterday and 21 the day before, 19% energy. And he's a 2-star pitcher, so he hopefully walks in a run for us. Full counts and a fielder's choice. We would love to get some run support. Full count for Jose. There we go, 7-3. That's what we like to see. Yeah, we don't steal anymore. We keep getting caught, so we just take pitches. Bases are back to being loaded. We have devastated. They brought in a new pitcher. Doesn't matter. 7-3. So Tim is going to pitch until he gives up a base runner, which he immediately does. We'll leave him in. We got a 4-run lead. Now he gives up a run, so Now he has to come out. It's actually a save opportunity, so works out a little bit better for Cade, potentially. 7 to 5. 7 to 6, still one out. My goodness, our pitching is trying to lose us every game. 14 walk or 12 walks there. So a lighter game as far as walks though, and 14 strikeouts. So we do strike out a lot more than the other team because we get to all those two strike counts. But yeah, the Angels are 11 games under 500. So I feel like this strategy against bad teams can really, I mean, it's clearly devastating. Have we won the first three games of the series? Yeah, it's 13 to 2, 10 to 9, 7 to 6. So we are butting it to them, and this should get us a game above 500 if we're able to win. Jose is at 80% energy, so we're going to give him the day off today. And we could put Rosario in, so we need someone to play third. And short. So we're on Angel at second, him at short, him at third. And they have a righty on the bump today. I feel like we might give Rosario the start today, especially because he can play center. And then we'll put Angel to lead off. And then we just won't swing. We just don't swing. That's just what we do. All right, we'll see how Parker is able to do today. Walk and a double. And then a run. Not the best start, so we have a 2-0 deficit to overcome. That was his energy. Oh, so he's still it's not looking good for their bullpen. That's just a brutal. They have literally everyone is just destroyed. Reed, their starting pitcher's at 65% energy, and Ben Joyce is at 53%. Everyone else is lower than that. So hopefully we can make up this deficit. We would love to get him above 20 pitches in this first inning. I don't think we did. Parker needs to lock in 3-0. He's struggling today. So unfortunately, we're probably not going to win this one just because our pitching. We can't even get through 2 innings without giving up 6 runs. And then apparently Ryan Johnson can throw when he's extremely fatigued. All right, we get an infield hit. We'll take it. Two hits in a row, so we like to see. We get a strikeout. See how Rosario was able to do, and he strikes out. Unfortunate. Parker's got a lock in. An error and a walk and a hit by pitch. Okay, and they score. This is actually insane how bad our pitching is. Well, we're not gonna have mercy on their pitchers, that's for sure. We have a huge deficit to overcome because of how bad Parker's been today. Got him above 60 pitches, but we need him above 70. And we're not going to do that for this inning. Parker's getting through the fourth. Seventh strikeout. He's above 70 pitches, but we're just all striking out. So we had a walk there with 2 outs, which is good. Get him above 85. Here we go. We're going to get him above 90. Still not able to get any runs. Parker somehow got us through 5 innings. All right, Angel gets a leadoff walk. This is what we like to see. 2-1, 3-1. Another walk. He's at 102. Surely he will start or keep walking guys. Or just keep getting strikeouts with 108 pitches. You know, if we do that with our pitchers, everything goes terrible. But he's apparently Cy Young when he's over. I mean, he's like literally Cy Young. They used to throw like 300 pitches in a game. That's actually hilarious. So he threw like 120 pitches and just struck everyone out. We're gonna bring Seawald in. Actually, we're bringing Yuri in. We're down 10. What are we? What are we even doing? They immediately get another run. 119 pitches, and he's still dealing. Like he's 12. This is where like the game doesn't make sense. If we're doing this with our pitcher, they're not striking out anyone. They're walking guys. They're giving up hits. He has 6 walks. It's insane that we have only had 3 hits. It's just diabolical. It like makes me almost feel like the game just decides that you just don't get to win some games. Cause like how is like even Ben Joyce? Like how is he even like how are any of these guys' arms not falling off? Just every single guy strikes out in the full count as well. We get a hits. All right, they brought in another guy. So like what's his energy at? Like let's be real. It's 33% energy. And he's a 2-star pitcher. See if he turns into Cy Young. Oh, he walks a guy. Bases loaded with 1 outs. Immediately throws 2 strikes and gets a strikeout, as what you would expect. 3-0, 3-1, full count. Oh, we're coming back, boys. Big grand slam. Only down 7 now. Oh, Yuri. I think Seaball should be able to get us through the rest. Solo home run. Nice. And he gets hurt. And he's suspended. Okay. What a stupid thing to have happen. We're down 8 runs. Now 9 runs. And we're back down 10 runs. It's actually hilarious. It's crazy. They're just throwing strikes with no energy. Our guys don't actually literally don't do that. They're starting to walk guys now, but it's actually absurd with how much damage we've done to their bullpen that like they're still striking out anyone. I mean, it just comes down to it's like 14 runs is just embarrassing for pitchers to give up. It's just an embarrassing result. It's just too much of a deficit to overcome and immediately throws 3 straight strikes. That's actually just kind of hilarious. So their bullpen that had nobody with any energy suddenly was just like the best player, and I guess Darrell hit a hit for the cycle. That's really good pitching on our part. So we lose 14. You know, he can just be waived. He can come off our roster. Who pitched that last game for us? I actually completely forgot who pitched that last game. Oh yeah, Parker. 6 runs. Santos gave up an earned run in 2 innings. Wasn't too horrendous, but Seawald gave up 2 runs. Tim Herron. We're just we're good with those guys. We can bring up other people as well. Give Troy another chance. And we can let Mitch have another chance in the bullpen. So, I mean, a very annoying way to end that 4 game series, but a really interesting first 3 games. So, you would think from their pitching standpoint that they would have just given up 5,000 runs in that last game, but that was their best game as a pitching staff, which doesn't make any logical sense, but, it doesn't have to make sense, I suppose. But taking 3 out of 4, we'll take that for every series. So, this is a division series, so hopefully Joe doesn't suck, but I'm not too hopeful about that. Gives up a hit and a walk. He's able to get out of 1 inning. Can we continue to take pitches and get on base? All right, Capus gets on. We're going to try to steal with him. Worked. He strikes out. Yankiel. He strikes out. All right, Joe gets through 2 scoreless. Leadoff walk. We'd love to see it. And a double there, so we get runners at second and third. Sacrifice fly, so we do get a run. He's at 39 pitches, so we got him above 40. Joe gives up a leadoff hit, and an error is going to get him to third with no outs. So they're going to score. Oh my gosh. Can we ever have a lead? Like, that's actually diabolical. So a throwing error and then a home run is going to just get them easy. I mean, they would have scored anyway with the home run, but that's just crazy. Jose strikes out. We had a 1 out and double, though. And a walk. 1-1, 1-2, and a flyout. Not what we needed. Full count and a 3-run home run, not a grand slam. We do have 4 runs though, so Manzardo's up to 20 on the year. So we have 3 guys above 20 home runs, which we'd love to see. See if Joe's able to hold it down. All right, he's able to get through 4. Leadoff walk. He's at 90 pitches, which we'd love to see. All right, they took him out. Let's check their bullpen. So they have a lot of guys that are healthy. So we hopefully we see Chapman or someone today and get them out as far as being able to be used a lot at the very minimum. All right, bases loaded with no outs for Jose, just the guy we want up. 3-0, and they walk in a run, so we'll take that. So is that a double play? Yep, so they get to play at home. So Kobe Mayo's up with a 1-2 count, and on 2-2 count, he strikes out. Joe's at 78 pitches. He has 5 runs of run support, so surely... Oh, we we let Yankiel swing away. Our team yearns to swing. And a double play takes care of that. All right, he gets hit. So they bring in Jose Budo. He's at 87 pitches. So let's see if he's able to get through the 6 here. He does so. Solid start. Two runs in 6 innings. We'll take that every day. See if Kemp's able to get on. He is. See how Rocchio's able to do. We don't steal anymore. Don't worry about it. Rocchio strikes out. Jose is 0 for 2 with an RBI walk today. There's 2 walks on the day. Full counts. And a big strikeouts. All right, bases are loaded. That was Hobie Milliner that walked him 3-1. And we get another bases loaded walk.
Strike 3.
Strikeout, unfortunately, but we do get another run. So we'll give Joe until he gives up a base runner. We'll give him one more. All right, well, that's it for Joe. He got through 6 2/3, so we'll certainly be happy with that. So we have a lefty up. We could bring in Mitch, Jose. We have two lefties. We'll give Mitch the opportunity and have him pitch around, and he's able to get him out. We love to see that. We take pitches. We don't swing till we have to. Till we're morally obligated to swing. So their pitcher is cooked now, so they're going to try to get him through this inning, and he gets through it. Mitchell staying for the 8th. Maybe. It's 2 outs. And he got 3. Connor Brogdon, former Guardian. Leadoff walk. We'd love to see it. Let's see how their bullpen's doing. They are running out of guys, so they have 3 more guys at 100% energy, but they've used quite a few. Three one, 3-2, and a big strikeout for him. They might have taken him out if he walked another guy. No, he does walk the next guy, and they don't take him out. 1-1 count, 1-2, and a fielder's choice, unfortunately. Bases are still loaded, though, but with 2 outs. They bring in James Kanterchuk, who is the used to play for the Guardians, so he was... Who was he drafted by? Okay, he was drafted by the Guardians. And so the White Sox actually signed him in 2025, and then they released him. And they've traded to the Braves for Stone Russell. 23-year-old first baseman in AAA right now. I think he's only a 2-star. Yeah. But yeah, he pitched for the Guardians. 2023 was his last year. Which I think he was pretty good. What did he have? 44 games, the 3.23 ERA, and then 38 games, the 2.08 in 2022. So yeah, I remember seeing some highlights or something from him. I don't really remember him, but just seeing my same first name always put the light in my eye. 1-2 count, and we are going to get an error, so that's going to allow us to get a run and keep the bases loaded. Allow us to take more pitches. More importantly, he walks in a runner. So this is a fantastic start to the series here. Walks in another run. 3-1. Full count. So it is a 9-2. So Mitch will be able to stay in here for the 9th. So a fantastic game for us, especially because we, of course, won, but 15 walks, only 11 strikeouts, which is good for our number. And we left 30 guys on base. It's actually absurd how many guys we leave on base. See, we're tied for first in home runs, surprisingly. Our on-base percentage, we should be number 1. We're getting a lot of guys on base. I feel like if we did this the whole year, our on-base percentage would be way above everyone else. But when the first game there against the Royals, we're actually 6.5 games out. Looks like Detroit is taking control of the division, but we're only 2 games out of the wild card. So as long as we keep winning, we'll be chilling. So they have a lefty on the bump today, so we're going to see Rosario off the bench. Surely Joey will be able to get win number 8. He has not had a loss yet, so he's due. He's due for a stinker. All right, let's see how Jose is able to do. 2-1, 2-2, and a single. We'd love to see that. Bo Naylor strikes out. All right, 2 guys on base. Full count, and he strikes out. We're going to get him above 20 pitches, which is a good kind of minimum to try to push towards. Not able to get any runs, though. Did get 1 hit and a walk. See if Cantillo, he walks 2 guys, gets a line drive double play. So ended up being a pretty good inning for him, despite the 2 walks. Strikeout there. Round out. So we're going to get him above 40, which is not very good, but it is probably going to be a 1-2-3 inning or a triple. All right, so definitely get him above 40. If this is a long at bat, then it could get him above 50. So we have Jose up now, so he'll definitely get above 50. All right, bases loaded for Bo. Goes 0-2 again, and he strikes out. I believe that was the second time he struck out. So I kind of feel like we put Angel at the number 2 spot and move Bo down. Didn't even realize, but Joey pitched another scoreless inning, so we'd love to see that. Lede with a solo home run. We'd love to see that. So we take the 1-0 lead. Not a good sign for Joey. He's about to give up 3 or 4 runs this next inning. We're going to have CJ steal, and it works out. Khalil strikes out. And an RBI single for Kemp, so we take the 2-0 lead. We're not going to try to steal with Kemp. He seems to get caught too much. So we do get another run, or another 2 runs that inning. Joey walks a guy and gets a double play. So at least 2 double plays today that I can remember. Rosario with a walk in his last at bat. Let's see if he's able to get on base again. Strikes out this time. Jose flies out. So we're going to get him close to above 100 pitches this inning. So yeah, we'll definitely get him above 100. So we'd love to see that. So Joey is giving up a solo home run, unfortunately, and then a single. A sac bunt gets a strikeout on Bobby Witt Jr. of all people. And so this should be his last inning. If we get some action on the base paths, they might just take him out early. But they're just going to leave him in. He's going to throw 120 pitches. 121 pitches. Leaving him in, as you do. 128 pitches. Leaving him in, as you do. It's actually kind of absurd that they would leave him in for that long. It's like we're playing in the night. He's still out, brother. 134. This is where it's like, you have 3 pitchers that are healthy. No major league team is leaving a guy in for 134 pitches. So that's killing the immersion, I would say. Although, I will say that if they solve the fact that every single pitcher is taking it to 2 strikes, that's also kind of breaking immersion too. So maybe it's balanced. 140 pitches though, like are we being for real? Thank you. And they bring in Daniel Lynch again. So a little bit of action with 2 outs. So Joey's at 97. We'll give him the opportunity to give up a leadoff triple. Unfortunate for Joey. He might not be able to get the win today. We're going to bring Walters in, see if he's able to work around that leadoff triple. He is not, unfortunately. He does get Bobby Witt out and does keep the game tied. So Joey's not going to get win number 8, but he's also not getting the loss. But honestly, he pitched well, so can't be disappointed with that. Capus gets on. We're going to try to steal with him again. 2-0 count for Watson. 3-1, 3-2. flies out. 2-1 count, 3-1. All right, we get the walk there. So they brought in Stevenson. 3-0, 3-1, full count. And he strikes out swinging, unfortunately. Alfonso and Rosario, 0 for 2 on the day. Gets another walk, though, to load the bases with 2 outs. 0-2 count for Jose. And he grounds out. Unfortunate. We're still tied. Walters had to throw 29 pitches in that last inning, but we can bring in a couple different guys. So it's still 2-2. We could bring in Jose. We could bring in Whitlock. I think because we're in the 8th, we got to go with our better pitchers. Walks the guy with 2 outs. All right, we're still tied. See if Bo's able to get on base. All right, he gets a walk. Maybe he randomly gets the 0-2 counts. I guess his on base is actually pretty good. What's Angel's on base? 360. So they're pretty similar. His average is just higher, but we're just looking at the on base percentage. Bo gets on base about the same rate as Angel does. So maybe that change won't actually matter that much. 2-2. He strikes out. 0-2 count. He flies out. They ran Cole Win. He's 100% rested. Do they have anyone else that's fresh? Just Chapman. And we're still tied. I feel like we gotta have Cade pitch the 9th. Alright, so they have Chapman in. Gets the first out on 3 straight pitches. Alright, Kemp gets on base. Immediately 0-2 count, and he strikes him out. Rosario. And Chapman's throwing a lot of strikes. Strikes out the side. But that's what you kind of expect from Chapman. So we're in the 10th now. We're going to bring in Whitlock. Immediately gives up a hit. 4-2. Alright, so it stinks for this one, but at least potentially sets us up well for tomorrow to where we won't have to see Chapman. And it's not over yet. And with that single, that certainly helps. Bo's 0 for 2 on the day. Alright, bases loaded, no outs. Jose Budo, 45% energy. So now we have gotten into the rest of their bullpen. So extra innings with this strategy for the other team is actually is just horrendous for them. Alright, Kobe. Strike. That's not what we needed. You can't be striking out with the bases loaded. I don't care how many strikes you have. Blade gets a walk. Alright, we need one more. Three-one. He strikes out swing. Oh my gosh. What are we doing? 3-0. 3-1. We tied it up. Two bases loaded walks. They brought in Brogdon again. He's no energy. Threw 27 pitches yesterday. 3-0 count. Walk off walk. Walk off walk. Or a strikeout. So the side gets we get 2 walks to get in. That's why we can't trust our guys. That's why we can't trust them. Alright. See if he can immediately gives up a run. Come on, Whitlock. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. Alright, they left Brogdon out there. So naturally he'll probably throw 90% strikes. Angel, 5 strikeouts on the day. It's actually hilarious. 3-0. 3-1. There we go. There we go. 1-1. 2-1. 2-2. Come on, Jose. Not what we needed. 90 feet away, though. So, Bo is 0 for 2 on the day. 0-1. 1-1. 1-2, last chance. And he strikes
Strike
out.
three.
We have plenty of opportunities. I mean, we probably left a gazillion guys. We left 42 guys on base. That legitimately doesn't make any sense in my brain. That's actually hilarious, though. So Angel, 1 for 6 on the day with 5 strikeouts. Him and Kafis both left 7 guys on base. But what is nice, so we did win. We did lose that one, but we have devastated their bullpen. And so we can look here. Whitlock, honestly, just lost his closing position. We'll bring Heron and we can't even bring Seawall back. Well, whatever. It doesn't even want Kate Smith to be the closer now. So we'll see if we can come back and win the last game of the series here. We're going to have Kobe. They have a lefty. Yeah, it's even better for him to come in. What are we even doing? All right, so Khalil's going to get the day off today. We throw Rosario up there. See what happens. Hurston's on the bump today. We just need average pitching. A hit and a walk is not good, and then a wild pitch. Immediately giving up 2 runs, so a horrible start for him. A solo home run, we'll certainly take that. Rosario's been getting a lot of walks as well. All right, Justin's given up a home run and 2 walks. 3 walks. So bases loaded with no outs for CJ Kafis, who gets walked, so he immediately gives up the 2 runs. We should trade for him for our team. A wild pitch is going to give him another run. That's definitely what our starting pitchers do all the time. He has 5 walks. He has not gotten an out this inning. So a nightmare scenario for him. He gets a strikeout here, though. Six walks. Seven. And now an error on the defense. Oh my goodness. We might score 30 runs this game. No. Yes. I think he had 8 walks. So this is everyone's second at bat here. Wow, this is a. I feel like I'm kind of bullying the other team at this point. How many walks? We have 9 walks already. Oof. He got 1 out, 1 strikeout. He's given up 1 hit, 8 walks, and 5 earned, but 8 total with that error. And I think their bullpen's devastated as well. So yeah, they're gonna have to use Chapman and Stevenson again. Oh, this is bad. And also, there's kind of a gamemanship of this strategy as well because you are impacting your division rival for their future games as well. So obviously they'll eventually stabilize, but like this impacts them even if they're not playing us for the next game or two. Oh my goodness. 13 runs in the first inning. This is really bad. This is really bad for him. Really good for Hurston. Hey, if 13 runs of run support isn't enough for him, then I don't know what to do for this man. We are going to bully this team as much as we can. $13-3. Can you just throw it down the middle, Hurston? I mean, they can't. They already have Chapman in. A solo home run for Kemp. This is honestly really interesting to see how devastating we can, how bad it is for them. I don't think we've seen this guy yet. So I think they brought him up from AAA. So he was just claimed off waivers, it looks like. Or I mean, at least Rod, I don't know. Why does he have no minor league stats? Did he just not play at all? I wonder if he just was injured or something. Couldn't tell you. All I know is, oh no, he's a player. He's a center field. Like brought in a position player. Oh no, no wonder. All right, so he's literally just been on the team. Oh my goodness, we might actually get to 30 runs. No mercy. How dare you bring in a position player? No, no mercy. I was like, should we just swing? He's minimum pitching, but he's getting strikeouts. They brought in their catcher now. Now we're just destroying their 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 hitters. Game's having mercy on them. I've never seen them have to bring in position players. But also, I don't think I've ever scored 13 runs in the first inning. Yeah, this is bad. Yikes. So who is Abraham Toro? He's a third baseman. They're just cycling through their... So they're actually just refusing to use any of these guys, which is toxic at this point. Yikes. 20-3. Hey, we're pumping our stats up. We still don't swing until we get to 2 strikes, though. There's no mercy for him. What happens if they run out of position players to bring in? I guess they just probably leave in whoever. I wonder how the AI handles that. I've never been in this situation. So is this an actual pitcher now? Yeah, so they went back into their normal. So they used several bullpen arms. this is brutal. So they used 3 position players, and now they're back into their regular pitchers. Just a smooth 23 run, or 23-3 lead. 23-4. Hurston's trying to blow it. Say all their energies, guys. They're just. This is actually gonna devastate them for like the next series as well. They're back with Daniel Lynch. It's like the we've seen him every game of the series. They've broken the game for at least this one. Back up to 20 runs. No mercy on them. Now we're just getting hits. Do they even have anyone that they can bring in off the bench? Oh, so that's why they stopped bringing position players in? Because they literally ran out of position players. That's... Who's going to be the unlucky last? So it's between Connor and James, the last two guys that they could bring in. And they still have three more, well, I guess 2 more innings to go. Actually, comical. All right, well, Troy, see if you can hold our 21-run lead. All right. Oh no. 3-0 count. 3-1. That's not good. Now we're not trying to steal. We're not worried about that. Wow. Oh, they're all right. We're on to Brogdon. They getting out. He does get another out there. Now for me, I'm not worried about runs. I want them to get I want to get to James. He has no energy left. Oh, we got 29. They're into their okay, this is their last pitcher, so they have one more out here. They have literally nobody else that they can legitimately bring in. I think the last thing that they could do is like switch a position player, like put Macy in as the pitcher. That might legitimately I don't know if they can do anything else. And he has 0% energy. And Rosario, it's a home run. So we have 30 runs. Does it just automatically make him throw? Well, he walks. Never mind. I'll just say. Well, I think our 26-run lead is safe. All right. He is exhausted. Oh, no. It doesn't make him. All right. I thought maybe the game would just make him throw strikes. Clearly not. Seth Lugo isn't? Oh, so they went to starting pitchers. Okay. we, we have destroyed them. They have only 3 guys left that they could potentially use. I imagine Seth will be able to get through this inning. But what's his energy even at? He's exhausted as oh my goodness. So I think this strat might have some validity to it. I'm not gonna lie, it seems pretty valid. I've never scored 30 runs in a game. I've given up 30, but I've never scored 30 in one game. Defeat the Royals 30-4. Alderman 3 for 3 the home run. 4 runs drove in 3. Hurston the winner proved to 3-3. We got a couple of steals. We had 26 walks and only 8 strikeouts. We still have 26 guys on base, but like that's kind of the big key. If our strikeouts are pretty low, then it's just actually Jose was the only person not to get a walk, so we actually had 7 at bats. Everyone else, the most was Martinez. He still had a walk though. Naylor had 5 walks himself, and Rocchio had 4. It's actually insane. And Mayo had 6 RBIs. He had 2 walks, 2 hits, scored 3 runs. Is he the player of the game? No, it's Kemp. What did Kemp even do? He had 3 RBIs. He had twice as many RBIs and 2 hits. I don't know about that. That's hilarious though. Rosario had 3 RBIs. Yeah, it was just a. This was a brutal, and we used 2 pitchers. We used 2 guys, and they used 13 different pitchers. We went through their entire bullpen. We used all of their bench position players and got all the way to the starting pitcher. So if you're ever curious what happens when you destroy their starting pitcher, which he is 10-6 on the year, legitimately a good pitcher, just absolutely collapsed in the first inning and sent their team spiraling down into the abyss. But yeah, when they run out of bullpen arms or if they're down enough runs, they will go to position players. But the position players can't throw the whole game. So they had to go back into their fatigued bullpen, which then they ran out. That's just insane. I've never seen that much devastation. Oh, they had Freeland got hurt when he was hit by a pitch. So Bo Naylor ties the Cleveland regular season game record with 5 runs and ties the regular season game for walks with 5. And we had oh no, so he just had 5. I scored. Okay. Wow, that is absolutely brutal. That's a fantastic game to end on. I'm gonna go lift, and they're pounding 30 runs in a win, score at will. So we got some of those. That's actually just comical. Stanton got in a fight with Paul Sewald. That's weird. But yeah, I will say that is a pretty nice result. Somehow we're 7 games back, even though we won 2 out of 3 out of that series, but 2 games back of the wild card, and I feel like well, we're actually 1 game back of the Royals, so that was a really good series for us to win as well. So I feel like if we continue with the strategy, that it's going to win us more games than it loses. It feels really overpowered right now, and it seems like if we have just enough hitting, then it will be really good. But the big caveat is we could strike out a lot, which takes away a lot of the effectiveness of the strategy as well as bad pitching. But honestly, bad pitching always ruins any game. So if that happens, it doesn't matter what strategy you use. If we give up 9 or 10 runs, like we're not going to out hit that. I mean, in this game we would have, but still, we gave up 4 runs. We can manage that. But my goodness, was that a devastating game? We had 3 errors as well, which is kind of crazy to think. But with that being said, that's gonna be it for this one. So maybe we figured out how to break the game, and maybe I've maybe I'll just win 90% of the rest of the games of the year. I guess we'll see. But until next time, have a good one. Peace.